up? I got Naskin here with me. This ain't a diss song, but yeah, you know what it is. I'm a cheesehead, y'all niggas cheese whiz. Pittsburgh Steelers, that's nothing. That Super Bowl ring, that's nothing. Pull up in your town when you
and then I met him last year before a game because he was actually like doing something for the game. I think it was the Lions game, yeah. So I met him at practice, and he's a good guy. Yeah, he seems like a good guy, so yeah.
So when you have a big day like that, and after the game, Coach LaFleur says in the press conference, we knew J.K. needed to have a big day. I mean, it's not every day that a punter is the MVP of the game, so to speak, but is that something that you relish, that you expected when you came here? Because this has been such a high-powered offense for so long that the punting has been kind of an afterthought.
Well, honestly, that's the thing. Like, you never know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Like in a game, and some games I might not punt at all. You know what I'm saying? Some games I'll punt. You know, I think we had 9 punts in the game. So you never know what to expect going into the game. So you just got to prepare like best you can for every situation. You know, and just kind of do your job when you're called on. So,
how much do you work on flexibility?
That's definitely like one of my priorities. You know, I definitely work on it daily. But I don't really like static stretch a whole lot. It's more like dynamic. I really like to like have dynamic, flexibility where I'm, using my muscles through the full range of motion instead of just like static stretching. If that makes any sense to anybody, but.
Is it often that you kick yourself in the face mask with your quad or your knee or whatever? Does that happen a lot?
Not really, but there have been times in the past where I actually one time gave myself a bloody nose when I didn't have my helmet on. It was like in the off season one time, and gave myself a bloody nose because I hit myself with my knee. So.
Have you ever punted without a helmet since?
Yeah. Yeah, you just kind of like, you're a little more careful, I guess. I don't know.
Take some off.
Yeah.
Going back to Pat Warner, did you see that video he made of you, the game-winning punt? Did you get it to the minute long where he commented on that punt? Did you see it, and what did you think of it?
It was a. See, here's what's funny about that video. I've done Pilates, which I guess people get confused. I've never done yoga before. You know what I'm saying? So he calls me the yoga punter, which is funny, but I've actually never done yoga before. I've only done Pilates, which is kind of like yoga, but not really the same thing. So. Which is kind of funny.
You could do a brand of punting yoga. Forget goat yoga.
Yeah.
I don't think you punted in a game with the Packers as much as you did against the Bears. What is the recovery like for that? Is there a recovery? How much of that is mental and how much of that is physical?
I would say, there's a little bit difference, but the thing is, like, on the sideline, I'm like taking my practice swings. So you play like a game like 3 hours or so long, and the hardest part is like staying like warm. So like throughout a game, say I punted one time in the fourth quarter, first, second, third quarter, I'm like taking practice swings into the net before I go out there. Really, like, it's probably about the same as like a normal game. If punting 9 times, maybe a little bit more, just because you get a few extra reps, but. The recovery process is like the same. So, yeah.
And mentally, is there anything different being punting on the sideline versus?
You try the best you can to kind of visualize and keep the mentality the same, because that's like the point. Like trying to stay into a rhythm. So that's really it. Like, it's rhythm. Like being on the sideline is you want to be in your rhythm, and then when you go out there, you're just continuing in your rhythm. With the next kick. So
Aaron told us this week that he's sometimes told you just forget all the outside noise and what you're being coached on the fine point, just kick it, because he knows the talent that you have. How much of that plays into going into year 2 and being able to trust yourself? Hey, I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm just going out and doing my craft.
That's huge. I mean, like, that's a really, really good point, because like when you honestly, at the end of the day, I'm just kicking a ball, and it's like the more natural it is, the more comfortable it is, the better, and so that was actually one big thing that I focused on this offseason, was like getting back to just the natural, like, just comfort of like feeling of comfortability, back there kicking. So you can't, like, when you start thinking about it and trying to do all of these things, which technique's like still important, and handling those things is important, but at the end of the day, you're just kicking a ball. So that's the best mentality to have, when you're a punter. So.
Do you get fired up when you make a big punt? I mean, mean, sometimes when Pat would make a big punt, he'd have a celebration set up, do something cool and feel. Do you get really fired up?
Yeah, I mean, I get fired up, and it's a really good feeling when you hit a good ball because it feels like nothing, coming off your foot, and obviously you want to help the team out, and a lot of times like getting a good punt off will actually kind of bring some momentum for the team, So yeah, you get fired up. I usually forget to like celebrate, like I don't even know what to do, so.
I just love my team. Yeah, that's the team with them big G's on the helmet.